What is art? Pondered for centuries, the question of what is and isn't art is highly subjective. Across the history of mankind, there exist millions upon millions of individual pieces, and as such, millions upon millions of personal tastes. This simple reality makes defining art a topic of some contention. I don't think any would object to Starry Night being referred to as art. However, Maurizio Catalan's Comedian tends to stir more controversy. Where does one draw the line? To answer this question, one can ask the inverse: what isn't art? Anything created without artistic intention. Therefore, to remove subjectivity entirely from the definition, something will be art if the creator intended it to be, no matter how ridiculous that notion may seem. In the context of film, there has historically been debate about its legitimacy as art. The main argument derives from whether film is an art form or a simple means of entertainment, but as film has evolved, so too has its classification. In the modern age, the medium of film can be viewed as a spectrum with two opposing ends. On one extreme, we have film as art, such as Andy Warhol's Empire, consisting solely of a 10-hour shot of the Empire State Building. On the other extreme, we have film as entertainment, such as Snakes on a Plane, a film scene discarding narrative and logic for pure dumb fun, entertainment in its simplest form. You can't critique Empire for its entertainment value, nor would you critique Snakes on a Plane for lacking artistic value. However, many films exist somewhere in between these two extremes. Suspiria, the film in question in this presentation, is one of these unique pieces, and as such can be praised for its entertainment value while simultaneously analyzed for its artistic style. The plot is simple. Susie Banyan, an American ballet student, has come to Italy to attend the renowned Tanz Dance Academy. However, it is quickly revealed to the audience that something is amiss. This institution holds a dark secret, one they will protect with blood. As the film unfolds, Susie realizes that the academy houses a witch's coven, and knowing this, has to escape the academy's clutches. The canvas for which director Dario Argento splashed his lucid vision, this film had several inspirations. The most prevalent for this film was author Thomas de Quincey, a 19th century English prose writer famous for his writings Confessions of an English Opium Eater, and its sequel, Suspiria de Profundis, translated literally as Sighs from the Depths. Most specifically from Suspiria de Profundis, these opium-induced hallucinatory writings would influence both the film's style and central antagonist. In a chapter entitled Lavanna and Our Ladies of Sorrow, De Quincey outlines the existence of three mothers, Mater Suspiriorum, Mater Lacrimarum, and Mater Tenebrarum, each an embodiment of man's suffering. As Dario Argento had a fascination with witches and the occult, these three personalities were adapted as three coven leaders, with Suspiria taking Mater Suspiriorum as the academy leader. Argento would go on to develop a loose trilogy, following Suspiria with Inferno in 1980 and Mother of Tears in 2007. An additional and often cited visual inspiration for the film was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Disney's first feature-length film and the first animated film to use Technicolor. This Technicolor process would be exceptionally important in the creation of Suspiria, used to bring the colors to their full potential. The character of Snow White was also important in the crafting of the protagonist. The lead girl, Susie Banyan, played by Jessica Harper, was allegedly cast for her resemblance to the animated feature's lead. Suspiria's most consistent visual tribute is to the Dutch artist M.C. Escher, known for his bizarre mathematical patterns and designs. The film makes multiple nods to the creator, namely in the name of the street, Escherstrasse, and in the wallpaper of the academy, seen here and here. Even when not specifically referencing Escher, crazy patterns are a prominent feature of the film as a whole. The visual intrigue of Suspiria is first and foremost its expressive color, and secondarily its playful camera work. As its primary feature, there is some question of whether or not the color of this film holds any real meaning. Truthfully, not everything has symbolism, or at least was intended to be symbolic, but with Suspiria it has been asserted that the color was selectively symbolic, largely depending on the scene in question, the flow, or the general mood of the set. Red is usually danger, blue is uneasy safety or the appearance of it, green is suspicion, unease, or realization, and yellow is often sickness, or depending on its hue and saturation, hope. There are many moments when the symbolism is very apparent, such as the numerous scenes of Susie's drugged food and the attic blue with a yellow window, but more often than not the colors are solely for contrast. Even so, the colors in question are responsible largely for creating the film's unique atmosphere. The camera work of this film also needs mention. This movie maintains a tense and unsettling atmosphere. There is always the impression that danger is lurking, and the world is so surreal that when you finally reach reality it seems even more unnatural. This movie is completely designed to keep your attention. Often seen techniques include lurking, stalking shots, which give the feeling of an ever-present, all-seeing eye, shock shots, which surprise the audience and help engagement, wide shots meant to convey feelings of helplessness or desolation, reflective shots, subverting expectations and keeping the audience on their toes, and extreme close-ups, which provide both a feeling of unsettling closeness and of secrecy. Additionally, there are many unique perspectives for pure creative flair, such as this shot, which plays out from behind a light bulb, this shot, which replicates an enemy descending from above, and this one, where the audience flies above the characters in the room, conveying the all-present observational nature of the Academy. Flaying the film in this manner doesn't do it justice, and I have intentionally tried to keep this relatively spoiler-free. Viewed as a whole, this piece can be properly enjoyed for the unique piece of work it is. Even if you don't like films of its kind, or even the film itself, there is still merit in this work. This symphonic cacophony is truthfully a masterclass in mood setting, audience engagement, and pure fun, while not sacrificing artistic flair in the process. Films like these are few and far between, but they cement the case that films don't have to be just entertainment or just art. Films can pull from both ends of the spectrum, and it is for this reason that Suspiria has been firmly cemented as a cult horror classic.
You can hide from Suspiria.